Peter, I just came back for my sandwiches. I left them on the grand piano.
Here they are, wrapped in the Daily Mail. It's a wonderful paper, Dud.
A wonderful paper, Pete.
There's nothing I haven't learned from that paper.
What, Pete, you didn't finish?
I think I did. There's nothing I've learned from that paper, nothing at all. Besides, we don't have a grand piano, despite what you can hear over there. We have a very miniature-looking Bontempi organ, manufactured by Mr. Bontempi, Bon meaning good and Tempi meaning time, the passage of time.
Did that mean he often had a good time with his tiny organ within a passage?
That's the problem with you. You so much lower the tone as bury it. Not a fitting farewell.
Farewell, Pete? What do you mean?
Well, it's obvious what I mean. I couldn't be more obvious. Most people say, are you being obvious? And I was being a bit obvious, obviously. Less obvious. I'll be less obvious next time, obviously.
Not to me. I like the simple things in life.
You must be very fond of yourself, then.
I am. I look in the mirror every night.
In the dark?
What?
You look every night in the mirror, in the dark, at night. That would be in the mirror, at night time, in the dark. Well, the fruitless exercise, though better than the alternative.
Are you attempting to insult my looks, Pete?
I would, but nature beat me to it.
Because I've been told I have a very thick skin and twinkling, brooding, sensuous, lusty, come-to-bed eyes, says my doctor. He says I could be the new Casa Vauxhall Nova.
So was he asking you to cough at the time?
If you're going to be smutty, Pete, I'm going to leave and take my sandwiches with me. Goodbye.
No, wait. Did you know, Dad, that the Eskimos have 142 words for snow, but not one for goodbye?
Funny you should say that, Pete, because maybe now is the time to say goodbye.
Indeed, Dad, for all the good things must come to an end, unlike that Theresa May, who seems to be here forever. She's still there. Lovely woman, though. Lovely woman.
Lovely woman, Pete.
Lovely woman, yeah, but she's still hanging on like a tiny lemming on a cliff, having second thoughts. But deep down, knowing it's the only future that it has is down deep, dark, in the billowing depths of the ocean. Deep. I'm not saying she needs a little push. A great big one, maybe. That might be what the youth of today say. A great big one. That would be sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
Sweet, yes, very sweet.
Very sweet, very sweet.
Yeah.
It's like my Auntie Dolly gave me a big box of chocolates for my birthday. Huge it was, with a ribbon and everything. And then 10 minutes later, they were all gone. The chocolates had ended. It was almost mystical, Pete.
I think what you've done there, Dud, is confused mysticism for avarice.
I thought she was great in Night of the Iguana.
Now, what you've done there is confuse avarice with Ava Gardner, the Hollywood star who was also a gardener.
Why is everything so confusing, Pete?
Because the world is a big and confusing place, Dud. Ava was also very confusing, like most women, and complex also, like most women.
And big.
And big indeed, yes. Seeing one of her features in 3D is not as much fun as it sounds. I was working as a projectionist during the run of her cinematic epics. It was exhausting, yanking away with the handle more times than I can remember. No, wait, 6.
Oh, was that the worst job you ever had?
Well, that was with Jane Mansfield, as the youth would say. I'll do that. Do you want to do that line again?
We could do that again.
We'll do that again. I'm going to say yanking.
Right,
okay, I'll say yanking again. Yanking the handle. I was yanking the handle more times than I care to remember. No, wait, 7.
Oh, was that the worst job you ever had?
And that was with Jane Mansfield. And as the youth of today say, let's not go there. Let us not go there. We'll not be going there. Should we go there? No, let's not.
No.
Are we going there? I think not. Where should we go? Over there? No, let's not. Should we ad lib? Should we make it up? Should we go off on a tangent? No, I don't think we should go off on a tangent. I see a tangent. I'm not going off on it.
No.
Let's leave it alone.
Yes.
There's too many comings and goings.
Yes, I know what you mean. After all that, surprisingly, I often don't know whether I'm coming or going.
Usually round about closing time in your case, Dud.
I do like a nice quiet pint.
Who doesn't like a nice quiet pint? Sometimes I think the noisy ones between the 9th and the 17th are the... well, that's the problem. Those particular ones are the noisiest.
Well, my Aunt Dolly says the first one never touches the side.
That's the only thing that doesn't touch your Aunt Dolly, dirty cow.
So, if you think about it, Pete...
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying not to think about it.
Yes.
Oh, Aunt Dolly. Stop getting into my mind, Aunt Dolly.
Yes.
Go away. Uncle Dolly, what are you doing in there? That's confusing. Dolly the sheep. It's even more...
Yes. If you think about it, Pete...
I am thinking about it.
That's the problem.
Yes.
Pete. My second pint is really my first pint, and then my third pint is my second pint, and so on and so forth. So all I'm trying to really do is catch up with myself.
I suspect, Dud, that you will be the only other person who will catch up with yourself. You'll be caught short, and looking at you now, that's how most people catch you. Time waits for no man or woman or any other kind of animal, for we live in the age of equality, let us not forget.
Well, women's busty substances should not be held against them, Pete.
Indeed not, Dud, and time is not waiting for me. It is commanding me to move on. I've had my fill of the bright lights of London. My adventures there have been many and varied, and to say a few of the good times I've had have involved you that are memorable, that would be a lie. I can remember them all in exquisite detail. Always, well, worth doing that again, just in case the police get involved.
Goodbye, Pete. I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss me too, and you. But we'd always have Wandsworth.
When I said I would never leave you.
Oh yeah, you never said that, did you? Just now you said but you never will.
I know.
You said you'd never say it, but you did.
I did say it.
You did say it just now.
I would never leave you. Yeah, that's your cue. Yeah.
I know it's my cue. It is quite nice. I've been playing snooker all the time. I left it there. I thought I'm glad you're admiring my cue all this time. And you never will leave me. See, I can read that script. I read it with my own eyes, not your eyes. What would I read it with your eyes? Yes, I've been born with looks, unlike you. But I've got a job to do. Where I'm going, you cannot follow unless you go on the A11 and then turn left at the A147.
So this is it then, Pete.
Yes, Dad.
Sundays will never be the same again.
Not only Sundays, but all the other days. Goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye again, Pete.